All right, we are good to get started. Take it away, Jose.
Nice, thanks, and hey everyone, welcome to another Treasury talk. Today we're running it for July. As you can see, it's a summer edition, so it will be a pretty lightweight. Um, Noma, that's usually presenting Treasury talks, she has some connection issues, so I will be leading the call today. And yeah, let's get started. Hi, Dob. So as always, the purpose of Treasury Talk is to provide a stage for SPs to showcase their latest progress and also to onboard new contributors that might want to form an SP themselves. So first, let's do a short recap for June activity. Last month we had the AI video SP phase 4 coming on chain and the proposal passed, so we're very happy about that. We are recording the treasury spending every quarter. So for Q2, we had a treasury spending at 206,000 LPT. Oh, yeah, I hear something. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, still good.
Okay. Um, Also including the spending also includes live infra SP, which just passed on chain today. Um, Regarding accountability, SPs are already filling their milestones in Karma Gap. So with every new SP that passes, we are agreeing with them certain milestones so that everyone has a clear roadmap and priorities that we can then track and then surface early blockers for the progress of the SP. I see a message from Rick that he cannot see my screen, but I think it might be like a.
Yeah, it's visible on my
See,
end. So for recording purposes,
is
we
it
should just
is
keep going.
yeah? Let's go on. Okay, yeah. Sometimes it's for certain users. If you cannot see the screen, probably it's best if you leave the room and then come back in again. Many times that still works. Meanwhile, the treasury has still the switch turned off, so the treasury is continuing to deplete, and we would like to raise again the switch back on discussion once we see that appropriate. There are new technical advances for governance, so voters on on-chain proposals can now publish their rationales both in the Explorer and Livepeer Go client, so that people can not only vote and express their opinion through on-chain voting, but also like to write down why do they think the proposal deserved passing, or why do they think it's not good enough, and therefore it was rejected. And we're continuing to look for new ways and new tools to gauge community sentiment. And so far, we tried Snapshot, but there was some pushback regarding operational security with off-chain voting, and we're still exploring maybe Discord polls or some type of snapshot integration that doesn't need the direct connection from orchestrator wallets.
One comment from me there. The project marketing pod Inc. is going to also be exploring some community sentiment things, potentially a different version, a visualization of Snapshot, but we're still in kind of talks about that. So one topic I want to do in the water cooler subsequent to this is, you know, how do we get a sense of how people feel in the community, and what is the best way that you guys think we can do that. I'm also probably going to be launching soon a a community board where essentially people just who are active in the community, we all get together and chat about different things. So those are going to be two opportunities. So definitely something to discuss in the water cooler. Thanks, Jose.
Nice. Yeah. So after this presentation, then we can have that discussion and also receive some updates on the marketing. So we don't have any upcoming SP updates so far, so we'll go directly to the current SP updates. And for that, we made a short intro for Jason. Is Jason in the? He's not actually. Okay, we can leave him for later in case he joins because he wanted to provide some quick updates. I mean, well, we can go straight to the topic. So we wanted to provide. Yeah, some people cannot see the presentation, so if you can't, I think the best way is to leave the stage and then join back in again. Probably that might work. Maybe people are having a rough time. You can still hear me well and right.
Yeah, I can see the presentation and hear you, but so if folks are like struggling, this is currently live on Twitter. So if you want to go over, you can watch the live stream there, and you can see the presentation. Or alternatively, I'll be posting this today or tomorrow, the recording on YouTube, and you can also watch it then if it's too frustrating jumping in and out of Discord. Sorry, guys.
And you can you quickly share the link for that Discord Spaces
Um,
for people?
yes, give me a second. Oh,
Perfect.
Rick got it.
Nice. Okay, I'll move on. So yeah, the GovWorks is reaching the end of its first term, first phase as a Treasury decentralized funded entity. We started working in February officially with our SP, and in July we're coming out of the 6 month duration of the SP and just wanted to provide a progress update and also features perspective that we have for governance and GovWorks as a Livepeer SP. So just a quick recap of how governance and GovWorks particularly has been in H1 in 2025. So in the first quarter, we focused on bringing in a high number of contributors to Livepeer, which it surfaced as we facilitated the passing of 8 proposals in Q1, while in all previous 2024 there were 11 proposals passed. So we increased the rate at which new contributors onboarded Livepeer. And then for Q2, the focus was on reinforcing accountability. So all these new contributors will have stronger levels of accountability and then consolidate this. We onboarded Karma Gap and we are making sure that proposals are
Oh,
coming
I
with
think we
clear
lost you for a
milestones.
second.
Okay. Can you hear me well now?
Yeah, so maybe start at the second bullet, the Q2.
So yeah, with this high level of community contributor onboarding into Livepeer, in Q2 we focused on increasing accountability, so making sure that we can early catch blockers in new SPs, and also that the SPs that request for further funding, like a second phase, at least they can provide some proof of their achievements for the early contributions, and also consolidating quality SPs with bigger budget requests. For this, we onboarded Karma Gap, so we are using this platform to create clear and actionable milestones that we can track, and then that can showcase the progress of SPs and can also help surface blockers timely so we can act on them. And proof also of this consolidation effort is this high amount of LPT for SP funding in Q2, which comes mainly from Streamplace SP and also from the AI SP, which are consolidated like reputable members of the community that needed higher spending for their continuation efforts. So this is what was um, a recap of H1 for this. Yes, I will share the Karma Gap URL soon. Um, in our opinion, our successes have been not only the governance work, but also the community work. Like this talk, for example, Treasury Talk has become the go-to call to hear all SP updates. And we think after GovWorks started working, governance processes have standardized and new contributors have a point of contact to reach out to. This reduces confusion around the treasury. So we have acted as facilitators, not saying who has to pass or who has to be rejected, but just introducing people into Livepeer governance and helping them creating like clear proposals that people can vote on. And after not only this onboarding into the Livepeer community, but also like a follow-up where we can track SP activity, we can early identify who is being active, who is not being so active, and setting up and filling clear milestones. This increases accountability and then helps the community um, better allocate funding in the teams that are really contributing to the ecosystem, and also to promptly move on from teams that are no longer active. Of course, it's not only successes, but we also had many challenges. So we are still improving based on community feedback. Some early feedback we've received is that people see that sometimes proposals don't have much community feedback in the terms of reviews. So we want to enforce this and also encourage with incentives to have people that really own proposals when they come into the forum, and then they can provide like a quality review that can help the community guide their voting. And also this might decrease failed proposals and also unnecessary work from proposing teams, because sometimes we feel that they post something in the forum, people don't reply, and they're not sure if there's good or bad sentiment towards the proposal. So this is also a bit frustrating for these teams. For this new term, we would like to improve also inter-SP communication. So far, SPs have been working as siloed contributors. So they had their own roadmaps and they were barely interacting with other SPs. This is something we would like to improve in the future so that SPs are not so isolated, but they can better coordinate. And also some progress from some SPs depend on other SPs. So to really allow a smooth progress from all of them, there needs to be fluent communication. So we would like to improve this by becoming like a link between SP contributors, between each other, and also to the foundation that's just forming, and establishing Karma Gap as the go-to accountability platform to showcase progress and um, making sure that all the progress is being seen and acknowledged by the community, and also that there can be early blockers being surfaced. So for this, we'll be preparing a pre-proposal that's already in the works, but it's just polishing the details. And we would like to receive further funding to continue operations in H2. And as I already hinted, we would like to see GovWorks as a key communications and accountability information point that will connect the Livepeer contributors between each other and also to the Livepeer Foundation. So it becomes like a double direction where Livepeer contributors want to reach out to the foundation. they can always count on GovWorks, and also the foundation and the advisory boards will be providing guidelines and advice to contributors. So GovWorks can also be the operational arm of all this advice and guidance from the foundation and advisory board. And the main focus of H2 will be SPE accountability and a fluent inter-SPE coordination, that we will continue working to see the ecosystem more cohesive. So this was all the recap for GovWorks so far. If you have any question, please drop it here. We'll have quite some time extra to discuss about gauging community sentiment, and we can also discuss governance and receive your feedback. So governance notes for this month. So far we've been treating Karma Gap milestone platform to encourage people to submit and being transparent about their progress. And we did it in a positive way, so posting the teams that have completed milestones. We would also want to encourage teams in a more harsh way, I would say. So posting teams that have not met yet or have a delayed SP milestone. So this will also highlight them and prompt them to fill these milestones, and also will be useful to surface early blockers from their progress. And the foundation is being formed, as probably you all know so far, and this also brings changes to the governance procedure and also the governance and treasury allocations. So we will be in the loop and communicating with foundation and advisory boards, trying to become this link between the contributors and the higher end guidance. So yeah, this still work in progress, and we'll be posting any updates that might affect governance in this term. So stay tuned for new updates. Just as a reminder, if you have SP progress reports to post, do it this week. We already had some commitments um, from SPs that could not join today, and they will be posting SP progress report. And Wednesday at 7 UTC, there will be a Livepeer fireside, if I'm not mistaken. So you can also join those to hear more in-depth stories about Livepeer contributors. And I think with this is all. It was, as promised, quick. And yeah, happy to hear your feedback on governance so far, on what on GovWorks, and also how do you think the Livepeer community voice can be better heard.
Awesome. Thank you, Jose. Comment for me. I think we'll just move right into the um, water cooler, and then we can have one of the topics being GovWorks, as well as some of the topics that were mentioned. So I'm gonna stop the recording, stop the stream, and then give me a second, and we'll invite everybody up and get the water cooler started.